How's it going, everyone? It's Liam Carlson here with another episode of Charmed, with episode number 12 of season 4. Excited to explore this episode and continue what has been a really, really great season, as, of course, we are now in the second half of this season, with the last episode, Phoebe being a very prominent member in order to saving a life from a most likely lengthy prison sentence because of a crime that he did not commit. So yeah, very, very intense stuff there, but it was really, really, it was a good episode. Not, like I said in the last episode, not the greatest out there, but it was still something that I pretty much enjoyed. So yeah, why don't we get into this episode of Charmed? It's episode 12 of season 4. Let's go.
Oh, it's only like one of my favorite old television shows.
Look, I know about Bewitched, never watched it, so the name would fly over my head, I guess you could say.
I became really human and got a job.
If that's the criteria for you really get that.
From Piper. She gave it to me, so I could give it to you.
Well, it's not exactly
nice.
Good omen. She was married with that thing 6 times.
She must have liked something about it, or she would have stopped at like 3.
Smooth.
I didn't mean to do it. I swear I'm not bad.
What did you do? Oh.
Tyler?
Anything different about me?
Engagement ring. Notice it or wear coffee.
Nice eyes. Thank you very much. I can't stop looking at it.
I was like that when I got my belly ring.
Oh, you're right.
Where?
Ring is totally different.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we're comparing that to an engagement ring. Cool. A magical engagement ring.
It's a lot for any child.
Yeah.
Plus ours will be doubly magical. Half white lighter, half witch.
Hey, that's like
That
me.
is... Yeah.
Oh, you might have some trouble.
That is a point, actually.
We gotta go to...
What you want while I'm gone?
Whatever makes you happy.
She's just ecstatic, unless the ring has done
I wonder what I
something.
should make him for dinner.
I feel like the ring has done something. I mean, obviously it has, but we're seeing the effects now.
You can about this case, so you better be fast and you better be good.
Jeez, no pressure. On his first day, no pressure.
I'm only human, you know.
Oh, those were the days.
Fire!
He did start the fire. Oh, poor kid. Poor kid. Uh-oh, I think...
We're looking for our son. His name's Tyler, 11 years old, blonde hair.
Starts
His
fires.
foster parents. Is he here? Is he all right? He was.
Thank God. We've been checking everywhere for him. We've been worried sick.
I don't want to... I was going to say, I don't want to sound macabre, but he said there was. And he's like, yeah.
He kind of is.
Oh, boy.
Which is why it couldn't make sense for us to bind his powers.
Yeah, maybe we could just take off one of his legs at the same time because, you know, they're both part of him.
It is not the same thing, Piper. Tyler's powers could be a danger to himself.
I mean, I don't want to, like, side away from you, Piper, but that's a pretty extreme comparison.
But it is now that I'm gonna be Sadie, married lady.
All right, Sadie, how about I take the cookies to the kid?
Sheesh.
Do you mind if I try talking to him? In control. And to want so desperately to be normal, but it's just not an option. And because there aren't any options, you just sometimes get so angry that you want to... Whoa. What was that?
Those poor flowers didn't deserve that.
I proved that I know.
I would imagine so. What's the important question?
That was it.
Phoebe, are you feeling all right?
Peachy keen.
Peachy keen.
You get home.
Martini.
Yeah, and a steak. You really need some more red meat in your diet.
What the hell are you talking about?
Cole's just baffled.
Spanish omelet, perhaps?
Wait. How did you know he was
Yeah,
here?
how did you know he was here?
Maternal instinct?
Yeah, bullshit. Ah, there you go. Yeah, that's rude.
Piper!
I got him.
That is rude. Ah!
Come on, I want to show you something. Come on, it's okay.
Just love this mother instinct that Piper is showcasing.
A book?
Very wholesome.
Not just any book, it's a magical.
Supposed to use my powers to protect somebody bad.
No, but that's not how powers work.
No.
They're not good or bad by themselves. It's how we use them.
Yeah, it's
Kylie, why don't you
it's
read
how
it
you
all
use
while
them
I
is
talk?
important. It's not the powers that matter, it's how you use them.
See? Are you alright?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Since
Oh,
when
no.
do you scream instead of fight?
Actually, I did consider scratching him.
Yeah, that will
was another
really,
bounty hunter, which
really,
means more are gonna keep coming until Ludlow
yeah,
gets Tyler.
that will really, really tell him.
Unless we
Zillion things.
Uh-oh. Oh no! Oh, Cole.
Yeah, well, it's better than what you do, which is close to murder.
Oh my God, I cannot believe what Cole is doing.
Sheesh.
This is not the way we do things around here.
Yeah, well, maybe you should. Or maybe I should.
Realized. Oof. I just realized that's Laurie Allen. The boss.
She looks so normal.
Metal Gear Solid 3.
What a pleasant surprise. Mwah.
Are you feeling okay?
Oh, yeah.
Ah!
Happy as a clam. Why?
What was that?
What?
What?
Okay, everyone, be ready, be prepared. No surprises.
Kids! He's just piggybacking on Leo.
Hey! What happened?
He jumped the orb.
Dude, you are so
You
going
don't
back
do
right
that!
Password?
Let me in! That's your password.
That was it. You're in.
You never let your sisters down, so get out of that bathtub and show me what you're made of.
Jeez.
Better?
Ah!
Hey, Cole, how's your progress going?
Oh, Lord.
She just flashed.
Yeah, I got that.
No, I mean,
Yeah, I was gonna make the joke.
because Phoebe was worried about becoming an old-fashioned housewife like
And
Samantha,
now
that
she
might be fine for
is.
some people, but for Phoebe, that could be kind of dangerous. So I'll take care of her, and you need to write the Power of 3 spell.
No, I've never done that before.
Well, you're gonna have to learn.
First
that,
time
so
for everything.
You,
So we got Phoebe Vision.
me.
Wanda Vision, Phoebe Vision. Yeah.
Afraid that I'll grab the boy and stiff you. If the child is a fire starter, you'll get your reward. If he's
Yeah, he
not,
needs his proof in the pudding.
you'll all die.
Lovely.
Well, Tyler is a fire starter, so that won't be an issue.
Prove it,
Go ahead.
Do it to Ludlow.
Give him a...
and you'll meet the source, the most powerful evil that exists in the universe.
Except when he got his ass kicked.
That's not helping.
Do it.
He's just a kid.
Do it, boy.
I mean it.
So
Lay
much
off of him.
pressure.
Insolent! How dare you!
No.
Oh, there you go. You got your proof.
Your bounty's outside.
Oh, okay. Oh, whoa. Did they just go through the corridors and be like, well, this is a problem.
Leo, hurry, go get him.
Are you shitting me?
Right with you as soon as I finish this sleeve.
A child is in danger, Phoebe. We need you now.
We need Phoebe to wake up.
Who's Phoebe?
Shit.
She can't go with you. She doesn't even know who she is anymore. I beg your pardon. I know exactly
She's become a
who
character.
I am. Another is to lose yourself.
To gain a...
Perhaps curse the ring. Why?
I don't know. Good question.
Wow.
Look. You feeling better?
I feel a little faint. Can you hold it together? We gotta go.
Power of 3 spell?
I don't have one.
What?
I don't have one. I did one.
No, let's go. Let's go.
The
Let's
brutal winter gives
have
way
Paige
to
cook.
flowers of spring. Ludlow is vanquished.
Huh? Hey.
Say, excuse me.
Excuse me.
Manners.
Ludlow's right. Nobody teaches manners anymore.
Exactly.
Do you think it worked?
Try it. Look at something and get mad. Just think of Ludlow.
You're grounded. No.
Normal childhood.
And that. But
Gift of innocence.
yeah. My heart. My heart. Oh God.
And as for Grams and her notion of marriage, you can watch that go down the drain.
I mean, can we not? Can we not? Like, there's no way to remove the spell or whatever, just to nullify the hex effects? Because, I mean, granted, you could still, like, get rid of it, but not make it cursed and all of that. Right? And you could just make a bit more moolah. I would have just kept the ring. Because here's the thing as well, like, what if someone finds it, and then that opens a whole can of worms, right? For that person. Someone finds it, like, you know, it'll just, you skewer the sewage and all of that, and it's like, oh, there's a ring. And then, yeah, I don't know. I would have just de-hexed it or whatever, and, sell it on eBay or, yeah, so. But, yeah, that was, I gotta say, the Bewitched Phoebe was pretty fun to explore. But it was a really great episode. Like, especially with Piper and Leo, and of course the prospect of them being parents. It's, you know, a wholesome idea to see. Like, obviously they're not parents yet, but this is like, well, with this episode, this is kind of like especially with the extraordinary aspect of, abilities and all of that. It was a little bit of a trial run, wasn't it? And yeah, so, but it was also a bit of a, I don't know, well, not a wake up call for Piper, but more so something of a reality check, maybe? I don't know, but she gained some very valuable insight in regards to what Grams did with Prue, Phoebe, and her powers at a young age. So it's all well and good at the end of the day. But yeah, I really enjoyed going through that episode, like especially exploring the, I guess, parental side of things with Leo and Piper. I am more than convinced that by the end of with the amount of build-up that has been happening throughout this season, I am convinced that we're going to have Piper be pregnant at the end of season 4, something like that. Because, like I said, the amount of building up they have done, I mean, of course, talking about the prospect of children and whatnot is a very, of course, a glorious thing to discover, isn't it, when it comes to plans and all of that. But I feel like they've been doing quite a bit of teasing, after getting married and all of that. Next step, of course, is to have children. And not just that, though, but obviously we know from episode 2 of season 2 that, I mean, like I said, the future can be changed, as evident with the fact that Prue's dead. So, yeah, but it does seem to, like, all signs do seem to point towards the prospect of them to potentially becoming parents by the end of, becoming parents by the end of this season. So, yeah, but we shall just have to wait and see. But it does seem very interesting with the amount of teasing that has been dotted around this season. So, yeah, but it was very great to have this be a little bit of a trial run for to a kid that, is obviously going to be a bit older than I guess the real situation in terms of like them having a kid who's more than likely going to have these magical abilities with who Leo is, and yeah. So, and Yeah, I found it very, very interesting with Piper because I do, of course, have recollection from her side of things in regards to how she has been wanting this kind of this normality, and how she would probably be the first one to jump ship from the magical train, really. And in this episode, she's been very, very vocal about the prospect of, maybe our kids should get the opportunity to that I never got, and let them, discover their magical abilities and whatnot. So yeah, and yeah, I mean, with Leo, you can understand in regards to why it might seem a bit dangerous in terms of their kids having their abilities and not being binded. Of course, it does suck that, like, Piper can reflect on the past and feel like, if we had these abilities when we were younger, excuse me, then stuff would have been prevented. Prue wouldn't have died. The Source would have been dealt with because our abilities, they would have been more matured. I mean, this is year 4, really, of the Charmed Ones and their abilities. We don't know what they're going to be like in, like, say, 20 years' time. And I say that, I'd say 15, because, yeah, you just have to imagine how, if they did have their abilities when they were kids, what would they be like? Would they, no doubt they would be more powerful, but we don't know what would have, what negative things would have happened if they did have their abilities when they were kids. Of course, you could reflect on the good that could have potentially came with having these abilities, but you've also got to think of the bad as well, and you've also got to think about the idea that like Tyler, you'll be headhunted basically. So yeah, and you don't want that onus to be put on your kid. So with what Grams did, it was something strategical, and as Piper put it, wise, because it would prevent any kind of it would prevent any kind of hunting from demons and all of that, whilst they were only 5, 6, 7. So, and that's not fair on a child, really, or 3 children, should I say. And you saw how difficult this was for Tyler. Like, Tyler was not really especially with the idea of who his, I guess, foster parents were, and how destiny was calling for him to be a soldier of the Source. It was not something that he wanted, really, and if anything, he would want that life of normality, I would say. So, going to the whole Piper and Leo debacle in terms of, okay, what's the best way to proceed this in terms of our future children? Do we let them explore their abilities or whatnot, or do we keep them protected and all of that as much as possible by stripping their abilities? So yeah, I mean, here's the thing though, when their kids are going to come to an age where, or come to Piper's age right now in season 4, and they reflect on, binding their abilities and all of that, there will be a moment probably where they might, unless they turn out to be little shits, touch wood, that doesn't happen, but if they are, I doubt they will be little shits. I mean, they come from Leo and Piper, so yeah. But still, there might come a moment where they will realize this was for the best. This was for our protection, especially when we're dealing with the Source, who is, far from benevolent. So it's for the protection of baby Hallowell, 1, Baby Hallowell 2. So yeah, but yeah, it was really, really good to explore the that whole situation. As well was this a really great episode, in terms of Phoebe and of course the power of the cursed ring, which Grams did. So yeah, obviously nothing for nefarious purposes, but something more of a reminder for herself, I guess. So yeah, but I still feel, I mean, even if there isn't a way, I still feel like keeping the ring would have brought some benefit, like especially financial. So yeah, like there's surely a way to depower the ring, for crying out loud. So yeah, but yeah, it was really, really bizarre as well with Phoebe and how she was reverting to that bewitched character. So yeah, like especially with the talk that her and Cole had, I really loved their dynamic in this episode. Like even the ending bit was just really, really nice. So yeah, but it was just really, really bizarre seeing, of course, Phoebe and how she was reverting to, like, you saw her mannerisms and attitude, and it was just really ludicrous in a fun sense. So there was a lot of fun to be had with this episode, and to see, of course, the shenanigans that Phoebe presented, whilst Cole was still battling the idea of being a human. I mean, obviously he was working at the same place that Paige works for, and yeah, it went well. It went well. Things got a bit ugly, so yeah. So it was just really, really, insane stuff, of course, when it came to Cole dealing with that person and just risking his job completely. So yeah, but it was really. Yeah, it was a really, really great. It was a really, really great occasion. I really loved, of course, the as well with Piper, with Piper, Leo, and I guess Tyler, how they dealt with Ludlow, and yeah, that whole sequence of events was just really, really great to deal with, as well as the fact that Paige was able to, conjure. The words to deal with Ludlow. That was like, I believe she said something on the realms of this is like my first rodeo, basically, of doing this. And you know what? You might think it's not perfect, but if it gets the job done, it's worth it. Okay, so yeah, but no, overall, this was pretty great stuff. I had a lot of fun watching this episode. It was really, really fun with Phoebe's side of things, as well as, of course, teasing further things with Leo and Piper and the prospect of them having kids. So yeah, overall, pretty neat episode. So I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!